So, yes, the fabulous red light, who is, of course, myself, is powerless, strapped to a giant green balloon floating to God knows where, wondering where my BFF is, and generally feeling less fabulous than usual. But you might be wondering how I got into this predicament. Well, it starts with Anna Cat's husband.
Trevor, remember, we have a meeting in the conference room in 5 minutes.
Okay, Arch. I'll be there in a second. Okay, let me try another way. Where do Amazing Woman's powers come from? Huh. Okay, how about, when did Amazing Woman get her powers? Really? There must be something. Oh my God.
Sir, you're going to need to come with us.
Who are you and why are you in my office?
Don't you think you've asked enough questions for one day?
What are you... You're here because of my internet search?
That's classified.
Look, I can explain.
Sure you can. Lieutenant, please cuff him.
Belay that order.
10 hut.
Sergeant, what is the meaning of this?
Ma'am, according to headquarters, the accused was peppering search engines with queries into how Amazing Woman got her powers.
I see. Did headquarters bother to mention that this man is her husband?
No, ma'am.
Did they bother to mention that I was on scene?
No, ma'am.
Did they mention that no ops are to be run through this office without first alerting me?
No, ma'am.
You and your team may go, Sergeant. Dismissed.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Let's roll. Sorry about the door.
That felt like it took a year off of my life, Olive.
I do apologise. The WAILS Rapid Response Team gets a little too eager for their own good, especially around the anniversary. I'll have someone fix the door while you're in the meeting.
Thanks.
So why were you searching for that?
Because Anna Cat won't tell me.
Won't tell you what?
How she got, like she is.
Oh, I see.
Do you know?
Yes, I do.
Will you tell me? Come on, please.
No, I won't.
Please?
No, it's classified.
Pretty please. Come on, do it. Come on.
No.
Oh, come on.
Trevor, I understand your curiosity, but it's her story to tell, and it's up to her to tell it. But from what I remember of it, it's a good one.
My Amazing Woman, starring Lena Garcia and AJ Cruz.
Olive tells me that Trevor is lucky they didn't knock him out with gas and drag him to interrogation, Maddy.
He's not the only lucky one, Anna Banana. I don't imagine he'd be too forgiving that you caused him to be sent to a black hole.
Me?
Yes. Shouldn't you have told him the story by now, Kitty Cat? Olive knows. Greg knows.
Greg knows?
Well, I assume Greg knows. He knows everything else. I know.
Of course you know. It was your fault.
Do you still blame me?
If the magic amulet fits, wear it.
I'd just gotten the thing, and it was an accident.
I know. I'm sorry. I just get a little weird around the anniversary myself.
It was right around this time of year, wasn't it?
Yes. Soledad's birthday.
That's right. Soledad Verdugo, our exchange student. I wonder whatever happened to her.
Meanwhile, at a hotel in town.
So, Soledad, do you really think you can get superpowers?
I know I can. I saw how she did it. Now she's able to do anything she wants. Soon, I will be too. And then I will have my revenge.
On the Amazing Woman?
No, she never did anything to me. It's the other one.
The Red Devil?
Yes, she's the one I want, Laura. I saw how she got her powers too. but I don't know that there is another amulet like hers. So we go to the lab. Just think, after all this time, I will finally have my revenge. So, have you assembled the bomb vest?
Yes, it is ready.
Have you practiced your speech?
Yes, Soledad. Don't you worry, you will get into the research facility. May I have superpowers too?
No, Laura. You may not. For the plan to work, you must distract them. You can't do that and come with me at the same time.
Okay. But it would be really fun to fly.
It will be even more fun to put that demon in her place.
I appreciate you guys inviting me over for dinner.
It's our pleasure, Lenny.
Kelly being out of town is really cramping my style, especially with my car being in the shop. Speaking of which, Trevor, when you head out tomorrow, would you mind dropping me off at Merrick Labs?
Sure, Lenny.
Did you say Merrick Labs?
Yeah. Didn't I tell you I worked there for the last few years before I retired?
You did?
Yeah. I was a...
security guard.
Right. I must have told you.
Yeah, you must have.
Honey, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, if you're retired, why are you going there?
A party. Sort of. The guys and I like to relive my last day on the job on the anniversary. It was wild. It turns out that I caught my own nephew breaking into the place.
He broke in?
Really? That sounds awful. Speaking of which, honey, didn't you have an awful day at work today?
Well, I thought we decided not to talk about that at dinner, remember?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Anyway, the guys and I laugh about it now. But let's just say it's a good thing it was my last day, because otherwise it probably would have been my last day.
I get that, I think.
Would you like some more pot roast, Lenny?
Boy, would I.
Let me go get it. I'll be right back, I think.
You'll want to watch out, Trevor. This was just how it started with Kelly.
Are you all right, Annie Cat? You've just been staring into space ever since you got into bed.
Did you ever have to do something you knew you had to do, but didn't want to do?
You mean like talk to Madison or have dinner with Lenny?
I'm serious.
I'm sorry. I can see that.
I told you on our honeymoon that I wanted to tell you everything.
I remember.
Well, that wasn't exactly true.
How so?
There's something about me I haven't told you. And I don't want to tell you.
I think I can guess what, but what I don't understand is why.
Do you want the truth?
Yeah, I think I do.
Because I'm embarrassed.
Wait, are we talking about the same thing?
I think so.
You're embarrassed about having superpowers?
No. I'm embarrassed about how I got my superpowers.
I don't follow.
You will once I tell you the story.
I am all ears.
But first, I have to tell you about Madison's story.
Madison's story? Can this day get any worse?
How I got my superpowers has to do with Madison getting hers.
Oh, so you got them at the same time?
No. Several weeks apart, but the same year.
I always thought you guys met at a Liberty Guild meeting or something.
No. Madison and I have known each other a long time. Pretty much since Dad brought me back from Grandma Katie's farm and we moved here.
You also never told me why you lived on her farm, or why you were living with your Grandma Annabelle before that.
Let me get through this one first. So, it was senior year. My Uncle Ben invited our class to travel to his archaeological dig as a learning experience. Maddy and I, and Soledad, the exchange student from Brazil, wandered off from the rest of the class.
I'm pretty sure Professor Dixon said do not go into this cave.
And I'm pretty sure that Professor Dixon is a drip.
You do realize that's my uncle, Maddy?
You do realize that he's a drip, AK-47? Keep up with me, Soledad. You're carrying my bag, remember?
How could I forget? Are you sure I'm supposed to carry my bag and your bag?
Yes, it's a student exchange initiation. You can ask Lieselot the next time you're in Germany.
Assuming she doesn't stab you first.
What's that supposed to mean?
You were pretty mean to her.
This is nice.
What's that over there?
I don't see anything.
Well, you are half blind. That lovely red light. Don't you see it?
No.
I'm going in there to look.
Look out!
Midis!
Maddy, are you alright?
I'm fine. I'm a banana. The amulet is protecting me.
What? What amulet?
Look.
The amulet heard that.
How are you moving those rocks?
The amulet moved them because I asked it to.
That is so pretty.
It rather suits me, yes. I think red is my colour.
Don't you think you ought to leave it here or give it to Uncle Ben?
An amulet that does whatever I want? No way, sweetie. I'm going to have some fun.
Wow, feels weird to say, but she was way worse than she is now. And she didn't exactly start off fighting for truth or justice.
No. And fun was what we were trying to have when we broke into the lab to get high.
What?
Just let me finish.
Where did you get that red ladder from?
Oh, I just seem to find things. Soledad, help me get Anna Cat down.
I told you she was too high to climb a ladder.
I'm not high. You're high.
AK-47, honey, you are baked like a cake.
Do you have any cake?
Darren! Larry, do something useful and help us.
Oh, yeah, right. Nobody will bother us here. My Uncle Leonard says half the time he falls asleep working the night shift.
Ooh, a swimming pool.
That's not a pool.
We could go skinny dipping.
Dear Lord, you're going to make me regret ever introducing you to that stuff.
Amiga, stop taking off your clothes.
I'm hot. Are you hot? I'm hot.
Let me just double check Sector 17.
Ride!
Out of my way.
Whoa!
Anna!
Midis? She's in that stuff?
So, you were high, you were naked, you had broken into a lab for a makeout session, and Madison knocked you into some super secret goop.
Don't forget drunk.
You were drunk and high?
Anyway.
Who's in there?
Light.
Yikes!
I can't see!
Darren, is that you?
Pool noodle.
What is this thing poking me?
Just grab onto it. Come on, get out. We have to go.
But what about Soledad?
Go.
My clothes.
Wear that until we get home. Now go.
She just left them there?
Right. The next day, everyone but Darren was in school, so Larry and Soledad must have gotten away somehow. And that's when I flew for the first time. Floated, really. And Maddy learned she could fly when she went up to drag me down.
So you've known Lenny all this time?
I wouldn't call it knowing. I met him one night years ago while I was out of it. You and I might have even met before and not known it.
True. Gee, Madison sure was different back then. I can't believe she left everyone else to get arrested.
I think the whole thing changed her. I know it changed me.
Well, yes, of course.
That's not what I mean. I was spiraling, doing pretty much anything Maddy said. My GPA had even dipped to a B-.
A B-? Oh, the shame.
And then I got the powers. I stopped letting Maddy tell me what to do. Anybody, really. I started living my own life. And I started helping people. And that's what changed for Maddy, I think, too. I think she realized that people were for more than a good time and being used.
So she got her powers first, but you became a superheroine first.
Right. So you probably think less of me now.
No, I think more of you. You were a mess, sure, but when you got your powers, your first instinct was to help people. And you made yourself a better person, Madison too. The fact that it's hard to imagine that was you at one point just says all the more how wonderful you are. Oh, no. Did I upset you?
No. I love you.
I love you too.
Before you go back to work, Trevor, let me introduce you to the guys.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me where the bathroom is?
I'm sorry. I don't work here anymore.
Nobody move!
Is she wearing a bomb vest?
I think that is what it is. Although I do not have any personal knowledge of what the bomb vests look like.
Okay.
I am taking this facility hostage.
I think that lady's trying to get away.
If she is, she's going the wrong way. She's headed toward the experimental vats.
I'd better text Olive.
What can she do?
More than you can imagine.
Back at the Waring townhouse.
So you were worried for nothing, Kitty Cat?
I wouldn't say nothing. He was surprised about my behavior.
Goody two-shoes.
And appalled by yours.
Yes, I was a bit of a stinker back then.
It's Olive. She wants to video chat.
You're both there. Good. There is trouble at Merrick Labs.
What's Merrick Labs?
We were just talking about there.
Is that the name of the place?
What kind of trouble?
A woman in a bomb vest has taken hostages, including Trevor and your Mr. Watkins. The rapid response team is on the way there.
Why?
Because it's where I got my powers.
Oh, right.
Here is some security camera footage of when she first took the hostages.
Maddy, do you see that?
I don't know the woman in the bomb vest.
But you know the woman skulking away.
Oh, my stars, it's Soledad. She knows.
Knows what?
How Anna Cat got her powers.
Tell Trevor we're on our way.
He knows.
I told him last night. Let's go.
Back at Merrick Labs.
You need to give up.
My demands are as follows. I want a car, and I want it sparkly and pink.
Sparky and pink?
I want a K2X game system. I want
a game system?
I want a
A pony? You want a pony?
At Bat Area 17...
I should probably keep a grappling hook in my purse more often. And now, it is my turn to soar like an eagle.
You actually look more like a turkey.
Madison?
Don't forget me.
Stay out of this, amigo. This is between me and a Bruja Vermelho.
Calling me a witch won't help you.
How did you know that's what I called you?
I picked up some Portuguese in Europe, but the amulet translates for me anyway.
Soledad, call this off. The vat's not going to give you superpowers.
Let's find out. Shoot me!
How did you know it wouldn't work?
I didn't. I was bluffing.
Help!
Poor noodle.
I think you and your partner need to surrender to the authorities.
All right. Take me to her.
Back at Merrick Labs.
Take the vest off her, please.
Hold your arms up, Laura. Okay. Right. I have it.
Her bomb vest looks very realistic.
That's because it is.
Soledad, you had me wearing a real bomb?
Good idiota.
She started a fire.
Let's get these people out of here before they breathe in something toxic.
I'll go after Soledad.
Red light, I need your help with the fire.
Right.
Make a giant blanket in the parking lot, big enough to cover these buildings. I'll smother the fire with it.
Go AW.
We have a meeting in 10 minutes, Trevor.
Okay, Arch. I'll be there in a second. So, you say WAILS can't find any trace of that Soledad?
We traced her as far as Bolivia.
Really?
Yes, but then she dropped out of sight. We haven't spotted her on facial recognition anywhere in the world.
I don't understand how she can just disappear like that.
Neither can we. We're looking into it.
But there's one thing I don't get. Why didn't she get powers like Anacat?
That is an excellent question. We have Dr. Johnson and Dr. Gregory looking into it. It's entirely possible Merrick was storing a different chemical agent in that vat than the one Anna was exposed to. Remember, though, Anna Catherine's powers didn't manifest until a day later.
So she could be flying back into my life at any minute.
It's possible.
Everyone was wondering where Soledad was. Well, we later found out exactly where she was.
So, this is Plan B? Plan A was drier.
Plan B has no bomb vests, Laura.
Then I think I'll go with Plan B.
This is the cave, Laura. Maybe there is another red amulet here.
Don't you think she would have taken it if there was?
She has one. What would she need with two?
Good point.
Do you see that?
What?
That green light coming from that lovely brooch.
I don't see a green light.
It's like it's calling to me. Yes, I have found you. You're mine.
You're scaring me, Soledad.
The one who should be frightened is Madison. I have done it, Laura. I have power now too. I am Bruja Verde.
You've been listening to Season 1, Episode 6 of My Amazing Woman, titled My Amazing Secret Origin, starring AJ Cruz as Trevor and Lena Garcia as Anna Cat. Guest starring Mary Day 365 as Soledad Verdugo, featuring Sophie Flack as Madison, Nicole Beharrell as Olive, Frank Guglielmelli as Lenny, and David Robbins as Arch, with Frida Mercury as Laura Silva, Dylan Perry as WAILS Team Sergeant, Carrick Idemnet as Darren Molina, and James C. Taylor as your narrator. This episode was produced and written by James, with script continuity from Ken Hallaron, Nicole Beharrell, and Mark Alan Bauer. It was voice directed by Mark and dialogue edited by Nicole, with sound mastering and original music by James. Sound effects are from freesound.org. This is a production of Hey Daddy Audio in affiliation with Time Well Electronic Recording Productions, copyright 2022 by James C. Taylor, all rights reserved. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, events, and incidents are the products of the author's peculiar imagination. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental.